It's the closest place as well, so all I need to do is, like, craft them correctly. Hello? Okay, a bit of latency, we're good. It happens. Alright. I'd rather rely on my strongest dice. That'll work too. I've only got 2s and 1s though. Oh, feed cat. Boys feed kitty. Okay, I've got another one, which should be good. Oh, okay. So, need to have a neutral or positive? Oh, hell yeah, baby. Alright, let's get some supplies and then, go to Holmes Rock. Oh yeah, we need to go to Flotsam first. Oh, we could have just gone there because you can just buy the components. Oh, alright, I thought I could skip that by pressing pause. Turns out no. Okay, we need more, ooh. Let's get some work done actually so we can get a bit more cryo. There we go. And, got our fuel. And I will be back. I really need the bathroom. Back. And, oh, well, we have one thing we can rely on at the very least. Disengage systems. The arrays in the relay are hooked up to the terminals. Safely disengaging these will allow clean extraction. Cut connections. Within the relay, there are multiple arrays that Kimball could use. You need to find and cut out the best one. Relay recycling. Pulling a clean array from the Solheim relay is a tricky job, especially given the state of the facility. Boom. Boom. Kaboom. And I don't think we should rely on our one. You know what? Screw it. Wrong one. You know what? Screw it. Ah, it didn't work. Okay, we need to get some food then. Can we get food here? Oh, we can. Okay, good. Oh, no, shit. We need another engine component. Fuck. It's okay. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Okay, that's sealed off. So we should now have the array, yep. Oh, I still have my electric pass as well, nice. Okay, Neil? How much is fuel? Quite a lot. Oh, I have enough to get there. If I can make enough money, I can rebuy my fuel and get the other component. So I don't even need to go to the other place to... Yeah, okay. Alright, I figured it out. I panicked briefly, but I'm fine. Alright. Do you sell them? You do. Awesome. Okay, that's the stuff we need. We need to do a bit of work to get some money. Because we's gonna need the money. Because I need to buy fuel. A lot of it. How much is a full restock? 84 cryo, and I've only got 27. Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on, can I sell my raw scrap here? Turns out no. Okay. Oh, we don't have to worry about lane chasing us either. Which I guess is good. Oh yeah, we can just assign the crew to find fuel as well. Forgot we could do that. Okay, well I say we get a meal. Safe. And fuel, yeah. I mean, I hope that worked as well as I'm hoping. Yeah, sort of. We have 2 extra fuel, okay. That should make it a bit less costly. I've already got my engine components, so I don't need to worry about that. And this should net us enough. I mean, we probably didn't need that much because we got... yeah, okay. But 84 was the exact number we needed for a full resupply. Okay. On it. Now we need to head back to the Hollow. So, to the scatter yards we go. Then we do work, get more fuel, then start off to, the Hollow. Yeah, right. Oh, there isn't a place to work here, is there? But there is in the hollow. Hang on, I can buy fuel here, can't I? Yeah, but I don't have any fucking money. I could craft another component. No, my best bet is definitely going back to the hollow. And working and selling stuff. Because I don't think I need Solheim data. At least I don't. I hope I don't. I can get fuel here, can't I? Supplies. Fuel? Okay, yeah. Good. I mean, I kind of have to throw everything on the wall at this point. Working well. Oh yeah, haven't fed Kitty in a while. There we go. Oh! I didn't know pressing B would cancel it. I could probably do that in the first game, but didn't even think of it. Okay. Yeah, we need fuel refueling. How much for supplies? We can get supplies. That's a bit of extra money. Please be kind. Damn you, game. Should be okay. Should be good. Oh, that's some good dice. I'm gonna save them because I don't know if I'm gonna get anything like new unlock open after I do the dispatches. But yep, your engine components. Kimball has all the components he needs to repair the transmitter and the array. You provided the array, Kimball just needs to get it ready. You wait in the makeshift Hellion dispatcher studio as Kimball tinkers with the array somewhere in the back, behind the far wall. It's almost set up, a stall for Cyrene, a microphone, the transmitter and mixer terminal, and the hard line snaking away towards the... But there's something pleasing about it all the same. The crackling sound of fresh welds echoes through the bay from Kimball's concealed position. You hope the array you struggle to extract isn't getting fried as you wait. You're here, good. I mean, it wasn't that difficult. It was more the journey getting there. Cyrene rushes in, holding a small dark rectangle in her hand. You will not believe what we have on here, she looks around the bay. Where's Kimball? Hopefully not throwing another transmitter. No, he's installing the array. You mean, Cyrene smells. We're going back on air? Before you can answer, she leaps forward, grabbing you in a surprisingly firm hug. Oh, thank you. Cyrene lets you go. Sorry, no, I insist, I like hugs. She smiles. Just excited to finally be back. Kimball, she shouts towards the back of the bay. How long for that new array? A muffled shout comes from behind the rear wall. So, save when he's speaking loudly, he just gets no dialogue. I think these are like intended to be two like gag characters, and I like them both a lot. Okay, Siren takes a steadying breath. We have a little time. What have you got there? This broadcast is from Erlin's Eye. Siren's eyes flash. We haven't heard anything out of them since the start of the war. Some people even said they fall into the flux. But something is happening there. Something is growing. This report says some protocol has taken over the station, become its protector. Conway drones can't get close. Senate Stat is giving it a wide berth. They're right in the middle of the war. Conway on the starward side, Senate Stat on the sunward, and they are resisting. Siren smiles. We have to tell everyone in the belt about this. We have to get the word out. If the eye can be held, well, maybe we can hold out too. Siren looks at the drive in her hand. Either way, people need to know. There's a sudden clunk, a few percussive shouts from Kimball, and then a flickering of lights all across the bay as the transmitter and the array begin powering up. You and Siren watch as the Hellion Dispatcher studio comes to life, ready to broadcast once more. Not bad, Siren leans on your shoulder. Not bad at all. A shout comes from Kimball, and you know he's calling for Siren to get ready. That's my signal, she grins. Oh, I almost forgot, she produces a handful of shits. Turns out we have some avid listeners in the radius market. She deposits them into your hands. Money! Thank you, I did need some. Alright, Siren takes a breath. I need to go live. She flashes you a final smile. Thank you, I'll make sure we make good use of that array. This will mean something. Kimball bellows something from the back of the room, something you can only assume is a thank you. Thank you! You're welcome, Kimball. To add to the gag, I like that we don't see his face at all. You leave the belt's most unusual double act to their broadcast. And as you do, you hear Siren's voice echoing throughout the bay. This is Siren Sabir, back on the air. Oh, we rarely get a surname for characters, that's kind of cool. To wish you all a free Hellion now and forever. Oh, that's a lot of money, thank you, Siren. Okay. I think the fraction ship is what we set out to do. So I say, we do it. After we roll all these checks. But after that... I mean, we don't need to seal it, we're good. The radius markets surround you in Eugen. Much of the architecture of the Starwood Belt is built on the Solheim Foundation. As a corporate from the core, Solheim structures tend towards cardinal directions, towards respecting gravity in a place where it has little effect. But the radius markets have no such bias and no singular direction. Instead, the stalls and shops built from scrap frame and hull plate project outwards from all 8 of the surrounding walls. The effect is overwhelming, with activity and interest in all directions. Between the windows that open to faint stars, scrap dealers, street food vendors, data fencers, and tailors compared— I'm a tailor, that's my surname. And tailors compete for the attention of the stream of customers drifting around you. Sleeper, Eugen draws close to your attention. His voice barely raised. Take a look. He jerks his head, motioning down the market. You refocus your attention, your eyes drawn to a group of dark-suited spacers with shaved heads, 5 of them gathered around another retreating figure. The spacers are noticeably distinct from the rest of the crowd, their tight and complex suits kept in pristine condition and all in the same design, a rarity amidst the Starwood Belt's ramshackle fashions. You see, one of them is gesticulating aggressively, chopping the air with his hands. Eugen nudges you again. Not the singers, you glance at him, unsure of that term. Oh, yeah, no! The one they're threatening. Eugen starts to move forward, his eyes fixed on the group. That's my contact. I was wondering if we'd even get a nod to the singers, because they were sort of a major thing near the end of the previous game. And I don't think that was like something that was introduced late like the stuff with Bliss was. Because I dealt with that really quickly to like make the progress I needed, and I don't think that it ever came back up as a thing. You turn back to the group, the singers as Eugen called them, and they are they are rounding on the figure now. Their body language is clear, this is about to come to blows. Eugen clearly sees the shift too. Before you can say a word, he's off, gliding hard through the crowds towards them. You give chase without thinking, kicking off the nearest strut and angling yourself through the central void of the market behind Eugen. Eugen doesn't stop. Yeah, okay, that's a smart one. He barrels straight into the singers, sending 2 of them spinning into the crowd to a chorus of shouts and protests. Calm situation. Oh, positive outcome and negative stress, nice. You hold out your arms and try to talk them down, calling to Eugen. The singers gather around you, but they don't start throwing punches. Yes. One of them comes forward. Peter? Oh, I think he was in the previous game. Meeting Uri. You hear of one of the others calling Peter. Their leader, perhaps? This idiot with you? Peter nods toward Eugene, who is wrestling with one of the crew. He whistles and the singer disengages and moves away. Yes. Can you ask him to calm down, please? You see Peter's hand is resting on a dog shape at his hip. So, Peter looks between the two of you. Do you have a reason for interrupting my business? He gestures around, and while some people have moved on, a few are hanging back to watch what comes next. You were about to jump my friend, Eugene nods at the contact, who is quietly watching with a concerned look on his face. The comment sent a small rumble of conversation around the remaining crowd. It seems the singers aren't so popular here. I mean, they weren't exactly popular in the first game. No one wants to deal with them. I think you misunderstood. We were simply asking for information. He shoots a sharp smile at the contact. I think Luis has told you everything he is happy to share. Eugene shoots a glare at his contact, who nods sheepishly. Oh yeah, Peter, leader of Ember's song refugees. Peter looks between all of you. Oh, this is Ember. Okay. Peter looks between all of you and then surveys the crowd. One of the singers starts to interrupt, but Peter raises a hand and silences them. See you around then. He smiles a sharp smile at Eugene and leads the other singers away into the crowd, which parts slightly as they enter it. Luis, Eugene rends on the small figure. How about... Not here. Another signal caster. I like his design a lot. I like this guy already just from how he looks. Not here, Luis interrupts. He sighs. Come with me. And because I did kind of look into it, I wanted to see how many more crew members we'll get. Luis is probably going to be one of them. I hope. Because again, we need more people, and I just like the idea of having a pirate crew in space. Oh, by the way, we need to name our ship. We have one named... no, we don't. Viola's the name of our cat. We need to name our ship. I don't want to call it the Interceptor, because that's too on the nose. It's a good name. Didn't I call it the Chimera? Manticore. I think that's what I called it. Anyway, Luis, yeah, would you like to join us on the Manticore? Luis leads you away from the open market, most of the crowd having dispersed into a small passageway. He finds a hatch, opens it, and beckons you both through before slipping inside, closing it behind you. So what business did you have with the singers? Eugene perches on a stool in a small workshop, picking up a tool from the mag strip above the bench and turning it over in his hands. Singers? Is that what you call them? Luis looks nervous. The first I've known of them is when they turned up a few cycles back and started pressing me for info. I've run into some singers before, not these ones, but they all dress the same. Eugene glances between you and Luis. They are refugees out of Ember's Song, one of the moons of that gas giant in the inner system. Their moon is a volcanic hellhole, so while these guys are refugees fleeing the war like most, they tend to be tough as hell and aren't used to being told no. That part checks out. Luis smiles a weak smile. They've been pressing me for data for cycles ever since they showed up. My data, Eugene clicks the tool back on the mag strip and fixes Luis with a hard stare. You've been shopping it around then? Trying to drive a bidding war? Luis holds up his hands. No, nothing like that. He's afraid of Eugene, and you worry why that might be. I just wanted to verify the data. I asked around. Someone I showed it to, well, they mentioned a fraction drive. Pardon me? Oh, that was a big burp. You see Eugene bristle with anger. Luis keeps talking, speeding up. That was all, but a couple of cycles later, these singers, as you call them, started showing up, and I had to hide myself away. Hard to run a data business when you can't even go out to meet your clients. So where's the data now? Luis turns to you, seemingly glad to not have to look at the angry Eugene. I have it, don't you worry, Luis smiles, and it comes with a hell of a story. The friend I showed it to, he told me he's heard about that ship before, mostly what he thought were rumours about a fraction drive ship. Apparently when Solheim collapsed, there was a struggle over who got to take it. Two execs from the old corporate hierarchy wanted it, and some of their underlings found out about it too. Those Rex you visited? That was the site of a battle over the thing. This ship was a hot ticket even then. You think back to the twisted and blasted remains of the ships, the wreckage strewn across the asteroid. You wonder how many died to try to get the Aphelion Path and its golden drive. Seems like both the execs got space, but someone came back later, slipped the ship out of the wreck that was carrying it. Here's the funny thing. Rather than use it, they dismantled it, took the ship apart here at the Hollow. Oh, there's probably strip work from the affiliate path in this very station. Louise looks around at the salvage compartment. You're all inside. So it's gone. Not quite, Louise smiles, enjoying telling the story now. They weren't stupid enough to dismantle an interstellar drive. The story goes that they buried it on a rock out in the shoals, totally unmarked. With thousands of rocks out there, they could leave it as long as they wanted and come back when they were ready. The thing is, they never came back. Eugene finishes the sentence, his anger fading now. Bingo, Louise grins as he holds up a thumbnail drive. And I've got the coordinates of the beacon that will lead you there. Eugene snatches it from his fingers. Should have led with that. Louise sighs deeply. That's just the start of the trail, no doubt, but it'll get you there if you manage to follow it. Eugen nods at you and goes to leave, his hands immediately on the container hatch. Hey, Louise rushes up. Aren't you going to pay for that? Not after you leak that fraction drive exists to your friend the Singers, and not after you leak that the fraction drive exists to your friend the Singers and anyone else who's looking. No. Eugen pulls the door open. Keep it quiet next time. Louise turns to you. Come on, friend. The Singers chase away my clients. He shows up you as up 10 pounds. 50 cry for the effort, or just whatever you have. I'll take it. I'm desperate. I mean, you did get it to us at the very least. May as well. Pass him a stack of chits and he clasps your hands. I appreciate it. He looks over your shoulder to see if Eugen's still there. Hey look, be careful with that one, right? He's not to be trusted. I've had feelings about that like this entire time, dude. I know. You turn and Eugen's already gone. You follow him out of the container. Time to go find a fraction drive. Oh, hang on, no. First things first. First, we stock up on supplies, because you never know. The Aphelion Beacon. This is it. The first beacon in the trail that leads to the Aphelion Pass fraction drive. Eugen is eager to get there ahead of the Singers and anyone else. Well, we have to take Eugen with us. And... Oh, that's right, I do have more points now. Yeah, there we go. So we take him, and I think... take Junie, because it's been a while. Actually, no, we take Cadet. For her first job. Next time we'll take, the other one, whose name I can't remember. Hang on. Fuck, how do I clip? Okay. Naya, that's her name. Naya's the name, right. We're coming up on the beacon site now. Seraphim brings the ship into place. I like that he's keeping his new portrait as well. Signal's pretty weak though. He turns in his chair. Which is what you get for chasing 10,000 cyclone leads that got a lot of people killed. Since you explained the situation to Seraphim, he hasn't gotten any more enthusiastic about the job, especially as it's a job that comes from Eugen. Like, he really doesn't like Eugen. To be fair, mood. Seraphim shuts down the engine and turns to Eugen. Time for you to go have a poke around in those rocks. He waves a hand at the scouting of asteroids. Enjoy. Eugen barely seems to notice the sarcasm. A kind of fixed determination has come over him since you left the Hollow. It's not something you've seen before. Let's suit up and find the beacon. He pats you on the shoulder. Louise said it's the first of a trail, so the faster we locate this one and get ourselves pointed to the next, the better. Enough messing around. He kicks off and glides at the cockpit, heading straight for the airlock. I'm not one for digging around old rocks, but a fraction drive? That is a sweet prize, Cadet smiles. As long as Eugen isn't full of shit, that is. I can't guarantee that he isn't. Cadet slips past you and follows Eugen to the airlock. It's just you and Seraphim left in the cockpit. He taps, not laps at his console. He doesn't lick his console. He taps at his console, ignoring you. I don't have to ask, but you think that's a bad idea? Seraphim turns. Me? He mockingly puts a finger on his own chest. Look, he gets serious for a second. People have been searching for this thing since the Saarland collapse. That's a lot of desire directed at one hidden drive. Objects like that tend to get people in trouble, Seraphim sighs, at least in my experience. So take it slow and keep your eyes on Eugen. Seraphim turns back to the console, piercing himself with diagnostics. You turn and leave the cockpit, your mind on the beacon and the trail that should, all being well, end at a ticket out of the entire system. I mean, it won't. There's still quite a bit of game to do. Okay. Oh, well, it appears that my skill set is going to come in quite handy. Triangulate signal. Triangulate single. He sat here playing and sleeping. Well, not single, I have a girlfriend, but like, you know. She lives in America, so. No, I'm not single. It's nice to say that. Combining multiple layers of signal analysis reaps rewards almost there. English, hard. Triangulate signal. The beacon signal is weak and dispersed, but with some work, it might be possible to determine its precise location. Search rocks. Rather than messing with signals, simply searching the rocks in the area should help locate the beacon and beacon location. The beacon's location is masked by debris or radiation. You'll have to search it out to find the path ahead. And Eugen, you're the best man for this job, which I hope fits well because you are the guy that requested this one. And Cadet's not useful thus far. Well, she'll be good, she'll be good. We'll be fine. Actually, yeah, you might come in handy now, actually. Sorry about that, but worth it. The Aphelion Beacon. Oh wow, okay, I get the feeling Cadet was not the best person to bring for this. Analyze site. The site where the beacon is planted shows signs of a ship landing and excavation. Perhaps analyzing the remains would help. Decrypt signal. There seems to be data hidden in the beacon signal. Could it be the location of the next step in the trail? An onward vector. This beacon contains the coordinates for the next beacon in the trail. You just need to extract them. No, I'm not gonna run that risk. I'm also the only person that can do it as well, because like, both Eugen and Cadet's skills are locked out of it. Which is, not good. Oh, actually. That might be worth it. I haven't used the push in a while. Kind of worth it. I mean, I didn't get any negative outcomes, so that's good. Alright, and I've got me some good dice as well. Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna change my batteries because they're running low, but I will be back. Okay, we're good. I mean, part of the process of pardon me, of changing batteries is to remove the mic, or rather the headset. So just making sure it works, and it does. We're in. Eugen notes at the data port deep inside the body of the beacon. He peers through his suit's faceplate at it. You have part of the plating removed, and you're pretty sure you have access to the coordinates you need. All that's left is slots the drive. I've got this. Eugen takes out a thin metal drive and slots it. Easy as can be. A smile flickers across his face. You peer into the beacon. It has been a delicate job getting the security access and the system knowledge to find the coordinates for the next step, but it all seems to have passed without incidents. Got it. Eugen pulls the drive and thumps you on the shoulder. Let's hit the next one. Look alive down there. Seraphim's voice comes over the comms. We've got a ship on approach. We need to make ourselves scarce. Oh, could it be Vesna? You and Eugen exchange looks. The Singers. them too. What if Vesna's associated with Zingers? No, it couldn't be. I doubt it. You kick off and glide towards the ship, but Eugen goes in another direction. You wonder what he's doing for a second, and then you see it. He arrives at the beacon and immediately begins laying into its metal shell. He pulls a tool from his suit's belt and caves in the beacon with an anger that chills you. When he's done, the beacon just under the chunk of debris in the shells, he joins you in the cockpit. Seraphim gives you a look but doesn't say a word. He just silently taps in the new coordinates. You look across at Eugen, his expression fixed and his eyes cold. Then Seraphim fires up the drive. A shrill bleep wakes you from your stargazing. What was that? Seraphim looks around the cockpit as warning lights and sirens sound all over the ship. The terminal screens flicker, some of them not coming back on. You hear a groan from somewhere deep in the ship. Some kind of pulse, an energy weapon? Seraphim slaps the side of his flickering terminal until it stabilizes. On it, you see a red dot moving further away from the center of a circle. A ship is accelerating away. Seraphim taps at the console, bringing up the transponder information. He turns to Eugen with a hard stare. It's Vesna, Eugen shakes his head. I had a feeling she wouldn't be far behind. Got it in one, Seraphim grits his teeth. The limb hound, registered in the far spindle. He slams his fist on the keyboard. How did she find us? How? Because Eugen does a sloppy operator, that's how. Seraphim shakes his head and starts working on the drive system. Now we're stranded. She knocked out our drive, must have been waiting for us, Seraphim sighs. We'll need to get it activated as quickly as we can. Eugen is up from seat, peering out of the window at the large rock floating just outside. The beacon has to be there. Vesna cracked it and then waited for us to catch up. She was trying to dissuade us. Well, she's done a pretty good job. Seraphim scrolls through layers of drive diagnostics. Give up now? Eugen glances at you. So close. Eugen's right. Seraphim sniffs but says nothing. The Singers are out there too. If we're lucky, they will cancel each other out. Eugen goes to leave the cockpit. We decrypt the beacon and fix the drive. No distractions. Eugen kicks off and glides out the cockpit towards the airlock. Looks like this job is turning into another race, Cadet size, which isn't great when our drive's shot. But you've got a bike! You're faster than the rest of us. Look, Seraphim turned to his seat. We're in this now. No way back, only forward. But the moment this goes south, and it will, I'll pull you out and we are leaving. Whether Eugen wants to back out or not. Seraphim meets your eye. He's serious. We can handle it. I hope you're right, Sleeper. Seraphim turns back to his console. This, as far as he's concerned, is your problem to fix. He's never trusted Eugen. And again, I don't blame him. Disable drive. Aphelion beacon. Okay. So, the beacon. Rewire beacon. The beacons are becoming familiar, which means a little rewiring might help reveal the coordinates faster. Oh, one of my dice is broke. Lovely. Decrypt signal. Once again, the beacon signal hides the coordinates of the next beacon. This should be the final one. Final vector. The final vector is contained in this beacon. The last hurdle before you reach the fraction drive. It's worth the risk. Okay, that's that sealed and sorted. Next, the drive. Bypass system. Bypassing the entire control system of the drive and triggering it manually is a drastic option, but time is short. For startup, forget tinkering with the drive. With no time to waste, physically forcing it to restart might be the best option. Drive activation. You won't be getting far with a disable drive. Time to get it started again however you can. Okay, is there anything else here to go through? No. Okay. Well, we'll give Eugen something here then. Might be too risky, I don't know. I don't think that was worth it. Sorry, Cadet. I do apologize. Oh, I forgot I can't do it while I'm on while I'm out on a contract. Right. Another one broke? Well, that's not good. I'm definitely gonna have to fix this shit up when I get back. God, I'm getting all like tense and scared now. Okay, that was a good roll, that was a good roll. Oh no. We should be able to clear it on the next one. Okay. This should be alright. Okay, good. Seraphim punches the final set of coordinates into his console and runs a fresh set of diagnostics on the rig's drive. Everything comes up green. The atmosphere in the cockpit is tense. None of you know what you might be flying into. Eugen's jaw is set, his eyes on the stars and scattered rocks, his goal in reach. It's not a goal to be underestimated. A fraction drive, one that can take any ship out of the system and beyond. One that can forge a path through the surrogate systems you can take. Freedom, both from the system's politics and the structures of power that dominate the passage of people through colonized space. The problem with such a lofty ambition is that it is infectious, seductive, it is desirable enough to draw people out, bring them to their absolute limit. You've seen that in Eugen. The Singers too are shaped by that desire. And Vesna, the steely-eyed captain you don't seem to be able to shake. The question is, who will flinch first? Aphelion Zands, final resting place of the Aphelion Path. Here you are, moored around a remote and airless rock, a scattering of debris concealing an object of great value, in a system spiraling into war. We're the last here, Seraphim shuts down the drive, but at least no one started shooting. Vesna would only kill as a last resort. Eugen looks out at the rock. The Singers I'm less sure about. Reassuring, Seraphim deadpans. So what now? We walk out there and start digging? What do you think, Eugen? You turn to face Eugen, but he's already gone. You get after him, Seraphim shakes his head. I'm gonna keep the rig warm. I get the feeling we're gonna be needing it. As you glide out of the cockpit, you hear the airlock cycling. Eugen's already out. You speed up, grabbing a suit and wrestling it on you as you head for the airlock. The door hisses open to reveal a sparse landscape. The twisting parts of a facility or ship, corroded beyond recognition, jut up out of the dusty rock. Squinting into the faint and distant sun, you can make out two figures in suits, standing a fair distance apart in the middle of the loose circle of debris. You glide down towards them, specks of loose gravel and decaying metal bouncing off your suit as you do. Now, now! A voice crackles through your comms as you approach, broadcast over the open channel. None of us want to die out here. You see them now. The two figures, Vesna and the leader of the Singers, Peter, facing each other across the dusty plain. Vesna's arm jutting out from her body, her hand resting on an object at her hip. A weapon. Keep your distance, Sleeper. Her eyes flick over to you as you approach. This godforsaken rock is crowded enough as it is. We set foot here first. The claim is ours by anyone's judgment. Peter speaks calmly and slowly, his arms at his hips and his palms upturned. And I suspect we are also the best equipped to find the fraction drive and put it to use. Anyone's judgment? Vesna scoffs. Who do you see out here to validate your claim? He gestures at the rock-strewn void with one hand, her other firmly on the grip of her gun. Handgun, but gun. The Sleeper is our witness here, Peter turns slowly to you. I'm sure you will verify our claim. I didn't see who was first. Vesna laughs. Well, at least someone here still has integrity. You look between the two of them, searching their faces for an intent, an opening, anything. Vesna's ocular implants give nothing away, but the visible tension in her gun arm suggests failing patience. Peter, meanwhile, projects an atmosphere of considered calm, but there is violence behind that benign smile, and a crew of Singers somewhere out there in the dark. Drives men back off. Vesna using that weapon will seal your fate. Peter, tell your crew to stand down. Fuck it. Vesna raises a single eyebrow above her metal eyes. Then you will have to come and take it, her arm tenses. The shard is silent, its direction unclear, but its effect is immediate. The side of Vesna's suit explodes in a geyser of escaping oxygen. She spins, clutching at the wound to clamp it closed. As she does, you see the shock graze her, splitting the suit but leaving her body beneath intact. Might want to run and get that fixed, Vesna. Eugen looks out from the shadow of a piece of debris at the edge of the circle. He holds a long gun at his hip. Oh yeah, what are you doing? Claiming what's mine. Eugen's eyes are fixed on Peter as he moves slowly closer. You son of a bitch. Vesna is doubled over, unable to take her hands away from the hole in her suit without risking immediate depressurization. Eugen draws alongside you, his eyes still on Peter. Time to turn yourself around, get in that ship of yours, and go back to wherever the hell you crawled out from. You glance at Vesna. There is a spurt of oxygen spewing from her suit, leaking between her fingers. She doesn't have long. We can't abandon this claim, Peter shows his open palms. For the Singers to survive, we must leave the system behind. There is no way for us to support ourselves here. Our moon is gone, eaten up by the war, the belt will be next. You may as well shoot me here if you're not going to let me take the drive. This is my people's future. Well, Eugen shifts his shoulders, if you insist. Sleeper, we have incoming. A lot of incoming. You glance at Eugen. He is hearing the message too. A whole load of Conway ships are approaching this location. What are they doing here? I'm not about to radio and ask them, Seraphine's voice distorts, but it's not hard to imagine that news of this fraction drive has reached further than anyone wanted. You look across at Peter and see his lips moving, but hear nothing. He is talking to his crew. A moment later, you hear a click as he switches back to the open channel. If you heard what I just heard, then you know we're out of time. Peter looks deadly serious now, his face of diplomatic calm having fallen away. We Singers are the only crew who can pull this fraction drive out before Conway arrives. There are more of us, and we have the experience. Let us take it. Don't let it fall into the hands of the system's biggest enemy. Sleeper, Seraphine hisses over the comms. Get back to the rig. No, Eugen cuts in. You're unsure if he's responding to Seraphine, Peter, or both. The drive is ours. I've worked too hard and come too far to let it go now. He raises the long gun to his shoulder. You're all insane, Vesna spits out the words, her voice trained on horse. I'll leave you to your graves. She kicks off from the rock, arcing towards the crimson shape of the Limhound. Eugen doesn't even watch her go. You see something flaring in his eyes, a dark drive with no other resolution. I have to talk him down, I have to try. Neutral. You put a hand on Eugen's shoulder, and his eyes flick to you. You know what it is to be driven especially towards freedom. Yours is a life where each escape has been earned both by desire and sheer determination. But you also know how lives are wasted, thrown against the walls that restrain them again and again, only to come apart. You know that determination must be tempered by humanity, by empathy, by care. And in this moment, this is what passes between you and Eugen. Solidarity, empathy, and care. Eugen's resolve crumbles and he turns. You see Peter watching carefully, his eyes flicking between the two of you. When he sees Eugen drop his gun, he nods to you and retreats. There's work to be done. You kick off from the rock together, you and Eugen, in silent resignation. Even when you reach the open airlock of the rig, Eugen does not look back. Once your suits are off, you both glide up to the cockpit to find Seraphine rapidly starting the drive. His console screen is filled with red pulses. Sorry, the dog just started barking for no reason. The signatures of Conway drone ships bearing down on this lonely rock. He glances up as you enter the cockpit but says nothing. You're thankful for that, at least. This is no time for glib remarks. You take one last look at the Aphelion past final resting place. Across its surface, black-suited Singers, like a small army of ants, industriously work to excavate and extract the fraction drive. In the face of the inhuman and cruel arm of Conway extractions, it is hard not to wish them well. May their freedom buy them the kind of future you were not able to claim. And then the drive kicks in and you leave the Singers to their fate. I couldn't leave Eugen behind, man. I don't trust him, but I don't hate him. Not that much. We delay, but we're good. The ship is quiet as you dock with the Hollow, no one eager to speak about what happened out there in the shoals. Even Seraphine is silent, tapping away at the engine shutdown with comfortingly routine motions. Eugen broods at the back of the cockpit, looking drained and pale. You know it'll take him some time to come back from this, to extract himself from the hold that fraction drive that dream held over him. You wonder if he ever will, or if the freedom that object represented to him will haunt him for the remains of his life. You know at least that now is not the time to try and discuss it, to lay out exactly what happened out there. Eugen will retreat, of course, hiding beneath that glib personality you have come to recognize as a shield. But perhaps as the cycles pass, he'll find himself changed, perhaps not. Either way, there is much to be done, and this thankless adventure has derailed you enough. Time to get back to work. The good, the bad, and the Eugen, I'm assuming? Found the fraction drive without losing Eugen. I like how the achievement specifies found, because we didn't take it. He's still on the trail of the intersystem ship. Find it and you could leave the Helium system forever. Is that a myth? Let the dust settle. Yeah, next I want to find Carmen. Ankita has asked you to deliver the drive she gave it to Carmen and only Carmen on the colony of Olivera. But first things first, we need our fucking dice fixed. Thank you, Bliss. And I say we restock on supplies and stuff. And we may as well do some work and get some money. Yeah, can't hurt. There we go, lovely stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm back. Parents have gone to bed, so... But we're heading to Olivera?